So today's session is same basic training, but going to be in English. So let's go straight. So basic open the appropriate trading tool. So respect to trading tools, now the market has already started. So what you have to do now, it's 9:23. What you have to do is pitch in here for 9 o'clock itself at 8:55. So and then first thing you have to do is there will be market reports from various websites like Money Control or Economic Times. Just go through it. There will be a 10 point before you. So if you have time, you open, or else you can do this in two. If this is the case, like you just have a look here. So it's a positive bias Nasdaq. So and the European market have closed positively. So but as of now, the today markets is trading with a negative bias. So based on that, our market is 40 points up, but SGX Nifty is now, as of now, already open. Sorry, already open, and it's like 0.06 percentage up has to be as a negative bias. So one point, you just make a note, like apart from reading what's we are seeing in the screen. So there is a negative bias, which means like our market is 40 percentage up. SGX Nifty is lot of FIS actions happen, so it is almost 0%. This means like that's a high probability the market may. Carefully we have to go. This is with respect to what to say, like board watching, the number watching. So number watching, with the experience, we like 2 to 3 years you can do this. So as we speak, 40 points has reduced to 15 points. So it's here. So then you have to have certain tools like either trading view or this website. It sure you are comfortable, but both are almost similar. Here you can have more than any number of, there in the trading view you can have only 5 signals, or I have five or more signals will also be confused. So the action with respect to the things in place. So here I want try to open two or three. So why that's the reason you will get to know watching. Have a look at 1 minute. So people who are watching later on non-live, please, this is the basic. So but there will be certain kind of insights also given. So you can watch with the skip, but basic people just watch it slowly. So people who are first time entering into the market or learning from the market, so they can understand the markets of day trading. Investing is very simple and very easy. Trading is very stressful, but we'll try to do as much enjoyable as possible. So certain basic things follow. So I usually keep like this. So in our Tamil explanation for basic also, like if anybody knows else can go and watch it for these dates. So basics were covered in May 19th and 20th, and advanced options covered in May 23rd. So those videos dates you can see. So almost similar thing live. So this session will be covering the same thing, but we'll be playing with the live market. So we will be playing with whatever the market offers today. At the same time, we'll try to give you the basic training. So in couple of days or next week, advanced training with respect to equity also, and and options also will be introduced. So have a look. So for the tailor-made things, so you can have a look at our website. So our website, so S-Finomics.com. So you can go there. So there is a bunch of information. So go and have a look for which kind of thing for train yourself. So almost, but without any like avoiding of knowledge sharing, we'll try to avoid openly as much as possible here in the open forum during the live session. In fact, it's very easy to give you training in the when the markets are not there in the Saturday, Sunday. Actually, it's difficult. Here we have to teach you. We have to prove ourselves. End of the day, the stocks we select has to give you returns. So you understand the stress. So in spite of this, we will try to with our not arrogantly our say like understanding of market, which with our understanding of the markets in a humble way. So we will try to do some predictions as we speak here within 5 minutes here. So it has come into negative. So this is what we predicted with seeing the Nifty. So but if you see a SGS 15 now, this guy is turning positive. So which means another 5-10 minutes something can happen. So now the time is 9:35. This is a very crucial time. So 9:30 to 40 or 35, you watch it out. So there will be a uptick with respect to what happens for today's day. But there will be having said that, it may take another kind of turn or a session turn. So that's why the video which you're watching also we have as beginning session. In fact, and then we'll be coming up with a mid session, and the mid session may be 1 and 2, session 1, session 2, or else session 1, 1.1, something like that. We'll give it, and then there will be a closing session. So anybody who comes now, so and then we are going to continue this basic training till the from the start, mid, end of the session, 3:30, and then immediately around 4 o'clock we'll pick up the commodity market live training. So and then even in that till the end to the midnight we are going to close the market, and then we that's how the day traders life starts and begins and ends. So but with respect to the commodity market, what we are going to do is we are going to cater towards the working individuals who come back home by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 5 o'clock, something like that. So it will be biased towards them, but the day traders we pick up certain things because certain aspects will be similar, and the market does not differentiate working, non-working. It sees only your skill, and at the same time, I was yesterday in Tamil also explaining. It doesn't see the beginners, your advanced trader, experienced trader. All it thinks is your skill is being put to test, and then if you trust your skill and if you trust your strategy, and then if you are disciplined with certain things, forget about making profit. You should be trusting your skills, which has got appropriate strategy and back tested, and you can be rest assured that you will be successful in the market such that you don't lose big money. Okay, so with that kind of attitude, like you have to come not in the kind of attitude where I'm going to learn options and I'm going to double my money in 2 days. So yesterday it was in Tamil, but I can. So what's the difference between? You can see a certain amount of differences between various things about the what you are studying with respect to basic, advanced. Uh, in terms of basic means equity trading, and even in the equity trading, there will be a lot of advanced training, and of course, options is going. It's an advanced thing. So yesterday I gave a peculiar unorthodox explanation of the orthodox. End of the day, for what you come to the markets to make money with respect to equity or options. Okay, right? So yeah. So you see here, there you can have all the explanations with respect to the options. Okay. So So options are basically derived product from the equity and the futures of it. Okay, that is all textbook. On the options, you can see like you have an obligation, but no, there is no obligation, so on and so. You can Google those things. But at the end of the day, in money perspective, so when you see what you try to do is with your given money, you want to make more. So it's high risk, high reward. So that is also in the internet. But with that as an extension, what I'm trying to tell you in this basic less advanced thing about this is, you see here on a conservative basis or a practical realistic basis, what you have to expect in equity market is somewhere around 0.2 to 0.5 percentage. Okay, I won't say it right, because whatever we say right and then we say it right, it doesn't become right. Okay, but still, for the sake of saying, I'm just saying. So this is how you have to expect, right? But the market will give you more. So what you expect in options is realistically a non-greedy, a humble, good trader. What he expects is this one, around 1 to 2% in options, which means is what, somewhere around 5 times of the equity. Okay, right? So this is a kind of a definition. Point number one. Point number one definition. So point number two definition is same thing. What is this? This is nothing but, if you say this is 1x, so options is nothing but where you expect something like 5x. Correct? Something like 5x. Okay. So this is another kind of answer. So end of the day, why are you going and touching options? You want, instead of 1x, you want 5x. Okay. So, but what is the stress level? The stress level is, the stress level here is 5x. Sorry, here is 1x, and here the stress level is 5x. Okay. So this is point number three of definition. Again, in terms of mistakes, if at all you lose some money and then uh, you take holding, something like that. So yesterday I explained with LNT. I will do that again. So it may give you a return. So even if that is the case, like here, if you're practicing like okay, so I will come to that LNT story later. So if at all you're going to make some mistakes, still you can get rewarded by taking in your stocks into the holding. But if you take your options into holding, even if you are going to be correct the next day, you can get out with even 1% profit. Okay. Okay. So you get a trend, and then tomorrow there is going to be a 1% return in the stock, or else 0.2, 0.3, 0.2 to 0.5, you get a return of 0.2 to 1%. So here in this case, out of the money, something like that you have taken, even if the market has turned 1% or something like that, forget about market has turned 0.3%. Still your options, according to your buy price, you are going to get hurt. Okay. So only when it is more than 1% you are going to make, and then the chances of it is very, very less. Okay, which means there is a lot of decay. Okay, so that is where your opportunity to make money, even if you make a mistake, is there in the equity market, but it is not there in the options market. Then why the interest you are going and touching options? Okay, but still, if your like adrenaline is saying that you have to do options only every day, get yourself trained, get yourself again trained, and then do all your back test, and then with appropriate stop loss, yeah, you can deal with the options. Okay, so that is about that. And with this, I'll tell you another example with the LNT, which I did yesterday. Again. sorry. Yeah, very messy. So basically, I will again. Okay. So let's assume there is a story of L&T. Every day you are a day trader, but you are kind of a guy. Okay, let me tell myself or else one of a person in my team who are egoistic. Okay, so if there is a 1% loss, what they do is somehow they take it as a holding. Okay, so they are dealing with L&T. Okay, so they are dealing with L&T, and then so they are doing something for the period of 2000 to 2015. They are doing after that every day or else 90% of the time he is making loss, so he stops trading even with L&T, and then he leaves it, and then he goes, then he's a trader anyhow, like after while around 2001 21 he is going and checking. Let's see, oh it's 22 anyhow. So so this is, let this line be, so this is 0% return. This is he tries for 1%. Every day he's going and hitting -1%. He takes it into the holding. Okay, so so he makes a profit, he makes a no profit the other day. So here is time, so this is 2021, sorry 2000, this is 2000. He understands something, and then he either frustrated or else with some knowledge he decides to stop here. Okay, so let's see what happens. So he makes a profit and he gets excited, he wanted to do every day. So next day he makes a 2% loss in fact, because he's taking a holding. Okay, -2. Okay. This is my, and he never makes profit more than 2, because he's an excited guy, so he books it. The next day he makes 3%. Like this, once in a while he makes a 0.5% profit. Most of the time he makes a loss. Okay, 1%, 2%. So like this, okay, once in a while he makes 1%. Like this, he stops here. Okay, let's assume he every day he trades 1,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. Okay, if he, because 10,000 every day is a big money, but if he is kind of student kind of thing, he is trying for 1,000 rupees. If he is a HNI, 10,000 rupees. So what happens? So over the period of time, okay, um, so over the period of time, let's assume like what happens respect here in exact number. Okay, so if it is 10,000 into 365, 250 per days per trading per year. Okay, 50, and then let's assume 50 days he makes profit, so he gets a return. So let's assume 200 days he is getting into a loss. So how much has he invested? So he has invested around 20 lakhs. Okay, so he has invested around 20 lakhs. Okay, so if it is 10,000 only, okay, 20 lakhs, 20 lakhs into, let's say, lakhs into is 300 lakhs. Plus 300 lakhs. Okay, so as of 2015, he has invested, which means he has lost by trading and then unfortunately invested. But what it happens, like since he is dealing with good stock, okay, this on a conservative basis, I have said like this 300 lakhs would have become somewhere around 700 lakhs to 900 lakhs on a conservative basis. I'm saying it may be higher also, it may be slightly 10% lower also. Okay, so this is what so 10,000. Okay, so This is how a HNI or so you can always reduce it into 1,000 like on a small investor or student basis. So this is how the market returns even when you do a mistake. But let's assume he is doing options every day, his loss is going to get accumulated. This is what I'm trying to say. So when you want to deal with options, you have to not be like you can be a little bit unprofessional in trading with respect to taking it as holding also in a equity, but you cannot be little also unprofessional with respect to options. Okay, so this is a point I want to take, and this is a point I indirectly talking about trading. I also told about investing. Okay, very thing important thing. Okay, on a SIP basis or daily, even in daily basis, you do SIP in monthly, so it's kind of a daily. Okay, so this is what certain hedge funds does. Okay, which you itself cannot do because you don't have to pay that extraordinary 1.2 percentage kind of maintenance fees. So little bit of hard work you have to do. You can do once in a while, like 3 months once, 6 months once, also as a lump sum. Okay, so this is one thing. Then important point here is I will write it in red color of a name. So let's assume this is not L&T here. Okay, let's assume here it's a kind of a different stock. Okay, when I say trading and investing, better always stick to quality, high quality like this. If at all you have done the same kind of mantra, okay, somebody told, yeah, this is what it is replicating. I will trade and invest, trade and invest. I'll try to, even if I make a mistake, I'm going to be a crorepati. If you think, then that's where the quality comes. The quality of the trader, the quality of the trader who gets advanced advices where, and then where the advices of quality stocks comes, that is very important. Instead of L&T, if it is here is what is like I don't know, I can say like this. Anything for education purpose, nothing against this company. This is what the fact and the numbers happen. Can I see here? What happened if you would have done in this one? Okay, so Kingfisher. So every time you would have done around 2012-13. So now it's not even traded. So your entire capital, what would have happened? But there were a lot of signals here, lot of news, lot of noise. You have to decide something like a lot of things were happening in the company. They were not able to pay their salaries of the employee. These are all the signals. Okay, so you should act. So there are certain things in investing also. So certain people says like if it is 30 percentage loss and you should exit, but here and all you would have got the 30%. So I don't know whether to stick to that, because like getting that, no, it's not that easy. But still you have to overlay the news and I'm saying the noise along with your investment and then take a decision. Okay, so this is where the critical quality comes. So your entire thing here would have become like the good strategy you applied on a not so good quality company. Then the end story is this. Okay, so be very careful. So you cannot take one good strategy and apply to a non-quality kind of a thing. So even in life, you would have seen everything. The quality of the advisor, the quality of the trader, the quality of the stock, everything counts. Okay. So with this, I think there is a lot of. So as we speak, you see here the markets. So we have actually kind of teaching live trading. So when the market open now, it is 16. One, so people who watch later, you can skip this part, but we have missed a lot here with respect to the trading opportunity. But I assume like we have learned a lot. Okay, so this is where it is now. Which is minus 47 now. So when it started, now it's 948. So when the market started, it was around plus 40. So you see here, now it's minus 47. Then as we speak, 5-10 minutes later, it was around 19. So I actually was into the explanation. I didn't see, and then now I'm seeing. So obviously it should have become 0 at some point, and then now at 9 9:48 is minus 47. Okay, so this is how the market's response. Like when we entered the session, it was around 9 9:22 or 9:17, I think. Okay, so but we predicted here, seeing the SGX Nifty. That's the point. So that's an important insight I gave you. Sorry, like senior management team have always said not to use I or my word. The market, that kind of arrogant thing doesn't work. Okay, so it only the humbleness uh, and the skill only works here. So it's nothing like I told it happened, but it's all about the insights we have, and then with the insights, how humbly we practice with the market. So what we are trying is there also, like a couple of days ago, like as I told, aim for 0.2 and to 0.5. So with humbleness, the market will give you actually 1 to 4 percentage. In fact, we did get 4 percentage return on, I think, on the Reliance trading. So it was in Tamil, but anyhow, like stock market is all about knowledge. It's not about the language. So you can skip and watch this live video. Same basic training was given on Friday. So you can see similarly now today. So now the time is 9:50. I think we can try to pick up one or two stocks, maybe one stock, then we can go about, and then again around 11 o'clock we'll come back, and then we'll try to pick up one or two calls. So this is with respect to that one. So you could see here clearly it gave a kind of a single point. Uh, we discussed a point here. If you can go back, and now it is clearly in the same page. Like previously it was not in the same page. You see the market open, it was negative, ours was positive, not same page. And then ours was negative, this guy was 0.2 percentage positive, not same page. So now clearly it's on the same page. In fact, even the percentage wise it's on the same page, 0.18 percentage, 0.18 percentage, exactly on the same page. And in the center, if you keep a dot, both the dots are on the same, on top of each other. So this is a kind of thing usually happens when the market settles down. So this is another important insight. Wherever I say insight, please make a note of it. So these things, like even for advanced person, they may know or they may not know, but this is where something important points you get while discussing basics. You get important insight. Advanced okay, so point is very critical. Then I told the same thing. So why I kept here same three things is I'm going to differentiate here. So basically I will we have to see the Nifty. So we keep the Nifty first, like this. So second one is Bank Nifty. Then third I keep it for like for viewing the stock, and then in the previous, so I keep for weeks, the weeks. So extraordinary. So it's 10 percentage is complete bias is going to be on. So the brief explanation, you can see the Google explanation, but the simple two-liner is VIX is positive, something like more than 2%. It is highly negatively biased. So don't try to buy unless this one gets at least below 3% positive, or the VIX become negative. If the VIX is positive, the bias is negative in the market. If the VIX is negative, the bias for the market is positive. This point just make okay. So keep this guy next here. Okay, so the problem, the thing is, you while trading. So here I'm going to scan the stock, for example. So something like in Nifty heavyweights. So for example, Reliance, but Reliance I have traded for last 2 days. Then they will think yes, a Reliance trader. I'm not a Reliance trader or else something like that. So I'm just that day the market information was towards Reliance, so I picked it up. So I have not done the HDFC also. HDFC is a market rate. Let us do HDFC Bank. Kind of a good stock to trade because it has an impact in bank also in the Nifty also. So it's a good thing to do. Stock to watch out. So when you just open this one, so let's have this. The market is now minus 36. Okay, so and then two more things we have to open. Okay, so one is open more jump board. Another tool for trading. So investing itself will open where we can sort it up and then pick the thing. So here you open the con. You will get the whole bunch list of this. So here you, based on the sorting, we are going to select the stocks which we are going to buy or sell today. Okay, so we'll come back to this. Just keep this guy to the VIX. Then to prime website is getting so not getting updated really fast. Yesterday also we have a problem, but this one website where to the stocks how it works. As of now is minus 37. It's saying yeah in my screen also is minus. So this getting updated. This guy also to this guy. Then one more guy. So why I'm opening this you'll understand. This one I am getting the sort like this. Okay, based on the positive negative. This guy why I'm opening here is bottom there will be one info where I can pick up the negative or else if I want to focus up I will get the mid cap here. Okay, so about how this guy plays out. So very useful guy. So apart from this it's getting sorted here. So if I want the other way decrease, so I can click here price decrease and volume not volume volume so in the kind of a mid cap, so we can talk about shorting these guys. Okay, so in fact VRL logistics was yesterday around more than 5% on the upper side. So this guy is getting down today, but we have to see whether it can be shorted or. But basically, you can buy and sell in the mid cap, small cap, etc. But as a trading logic and principle and insight, please note don't go for sell and buy. If you want to do sell and buy, okay, don't go and do this. Sorry, don't do it with the mid cap. Cap is kind of okay, but never with a small cap. Okay, so if you miss it, then it go up and is in the upper circuit thereof. Those things may not happen. Now the latest different brokers, if without holding you want to sell, you have to select the intraday thing. So automatically the square off can happen, but yeah, let's assume like positive only. If something happens like the trading software doesn't perform 3 o'clock to 3, then you will be holding a short position. Okay, so that's a kind of a though the things are working, so it may work on a golden day which is against. So careful. So again in stock market, money is not the big thing. It's like you're buying with 1,000, you somehow bought 1 lakh. You don't have the money, that's fine. Somehow between 330, 430, you pay the fine the next day, or else you sell it off with a penalty, that's fine. But you can always pump in the new money also. But in a short, even if you have a lot of money, how will you get a stock like yesterday? Neil Kamal was 13 percentage up. Okay, so if it's a small cap kind, if it's not having a high liquidity, so how you will get it, from where you will get it? When your broker will not have it in his holding. Okay, so that is about that one. What was I was called Neil Kamal. You can check yesterday. It was around 13 percentage up. Okay, so and by the time it ended, it was 8 percentage. Somewhere in the beginning, it was around 1 to 3 percentage. So if you would have shorted here, so even if it is a loss of minus 5 percentage, you should square off because you are not holding Neil Kamal. You would have seen this guy. So very famous with respect to the plastics. Now they and uh, the home segment also. A lot of things on the roads like speed breaker, the dustbins, something like weighted things. You will have the bottom things to hold. Those things you would have seen this world. Kamal. It's a good brand. Okay. Reasonably low debt company also, but it's a small cap. So basic thing is don't short. So if you want to short, look at Sensex. Sensex. Okay. In this case, there are 30 stocks in this. Focus on those. Why do you focus? One or two which pops up the any given day is nil, or it be else. Focus on that. Be like to choose the stock. So these are all the facts which you have to keep in mind. Okay. Then since the market is completely now entered into negative bias, so get what try to cut this thing as will move the actual money, but the story is where you get all. Then because you can come to okay. So where like the market started. So why I put here is now time is now it's 10 o'clock. Look this guy. So let's keep this one. So this how like which means like see here we did predicted something for market opportunity. Yeah, we did lose the market opportunity, but of course we have created a lot of insights and awareness for the first time comer. Okay, so of course the advanced people they know how to make let them go, but yeah, so we did predicted as 30 points, but we didn't make. But that's okay. But we have created enough awareness and knowledge here. So this is going to help our students and the new people who watch this. Okay. So with this, okay, now we have set up the things here. So we have set up the Nifty, Bank Nifty. Okay, something to quickly scan HDFC. So now I want to see Infosys. Please scan here. So this is going to keep changing here. So the third one. Then once in a while like maybe every half an hour or 1 hour watch the what's happening to the SGX Nifty. Okay, so don't get distracted. Like you see here, it was 10 percentage. Market was somewhere around minus 47. So now the SGX Nifty is around like here for example the HDS was HDX 50, right? Let it be. So here it was 9, right? But it's not complete apple to apple comparison. So you see here this 9.5 percentage. If this one is becoming like this, obviously it should the volatility has decreased, which means what we expect here is somewhere around instead of minus 47, it is minus 61. But what is expected here is somewhere around minus 36 or something. Okay, but it has not happened that way. So that where I told a critical point there. So expect a change of 50 percentage of this or 60 percentage. Okay, then there will be a change here. Okay, so it's in the, so that's how it's not apple to apple. So something happens volatility, and immediately you get a response there. So it is always a very big open up. Okay, so somewhere you expect something like 60 percentage change in this, you will get a reflection here. If there is a 60 here, which means somewhere around it becomes less than 4, then obviously this minus 47 will be 4 percentage. This minus 47 will be at least minus 2, like that. Don't expect and this kind of big mu happen, the change, and then but the biases you just have in your mind. So this is a critical point with respect to basic and you should have, and very important for equity, equity, say Nifty 50 equity kind of high weightage stock. What I mean by high weightage stocks, so we already discussed HDFC Bank, Infosys. These are all the 3 guys, 4 guys. Other ITC is also having a big index weight, but the top 5 is TCS, Infosys, HDFC Bank. Yeah, I will just update now telling this, but you can pull it. So this one part. So yeah, so now we are trying to pick it up. So basically now it's a negative bias as of so clear signal has come. So what should we do now? So yesterday I was telling something like map the market in your brain such that so as of now, so the negative bias is there. Okay, so this one we have to map it in our brain. So every now and then the stock which we take, that one we have to capture it, and we have to map this consistently and then make the decision. So this mapping this negative bias or positive bias, we have to check it and then give our information, so it will be stored somewhere here strongly what happened. No, market is negative, but still go and see what is today. See, yeah. So we know it is negative for the past 10 days or even week. Let it be 1 week. So we know it is negative bias, but still you start with here negative, then you go and start with the, so clearly when the market started itself, it gave a negative. You see the max here cutting here. Okay, so the super trend itself is negative. So obviously, yeah, if it comes up, you could have shorted here. So that's what things had happened. So if at all now you want to short, you can short it here. Okay, so that's how it has to be. So we can short it here and then go down, but that's a high risk kind of a trade, and that's a impulsive trading. So with a lot of conviction you can do, but so kind of waiting trade is a little bit unstable. So that's how it is. So let's see now how all these things. 5 minutes it's holding up its negative bias. Yeah, 5 minutes also is no, sorry, 15 minutes is holding up its negative bias. 5 minutes it's also holding up the negative bias from the morning. Okay, so this is with respect to the Nifty and the Nifty traders. Similarly, we capture what's happening the Bank Nifty negative. So the yearly uptick you're getting go up. Can it go up? Yes, it can go up with if this guy is come and getting cut this this simple moving average. What is the simple moving average? It's 15 minutes simple average. So, so this blue color, this color we follow certain things on a consistent basis. So usually our pink color is 5 minute, 15 minutes is blue color, and then this one automatically comes from the Bollinger Band. It represents the 20-minute moving average anyhow. So and then the 1 hour is our standard color is red color. The 2 hours is 120. 2 hours is the violet color. So this one automatically pops up from this website. Chart is coming from TradingView, but you are watching it in the investing.com. Okay, so 15 minute and 15 minute was it the signal take up great happening in 5 minute. It is the super trend itself is positive. So, but it's come and sitting here whether it is loss or not. But we can have a buy here, but there will be a small 30 points like that. So anybody is interested here, so the call is buy here. So with a 70-point stop loss, okay. So you will get 75 points. So that is one buy call. Now I am giving, but you carefully review it. But it's a risky one. So low risk people don't have to take. So with respect to stock, we are not doing anything. Then and short here. So based on all these things, straight away we are kind. So here, so as of now, I think based on the stress level, the session is 1 hour. We didn't pick up a call. I think we can relax. I think the first call should not be a bad call. So let us take a break here, and then in 45 minutes, somewhere around 10:45, 10:45 to I think 11 o'clock, we'll come back, and then we can capture the intraday trading with respect to stocks and possible bank nifty or nifty. That will be better. So we learnt a lot, but we didn't make an opportunity. But we will come back and then we will get back to the basic of also. Okay. Thank you.